derivatives of inverse functions. Okay, now this is a new part. This is a second topic from it, and from this exercise 1.2 will be asked. Let's recall what are inverse functions. Inverse functions, you have studied these inverse functions in 11th standard. So I am recalling, if y is equal to f of x is a function which has to be 1 1 and onto. Now 1 1 and onto, that was the definitions we have studied in 11th standard. Means I will show you using the graph what is 1 1 and what is onto. If the function is 1 1 and onto, then only we can find the inverse of it. Here you can see y is written in terms of x. All we need to do is just write x in terms of y. Then we can find the inverse of the function. Y is equal to log of x is the function. This log x function. Now we need to check whether it is 1 1 or onto. Now how to check whether some function is 1 1 or not? There is something called as a horizontal line test. If you draw a horizontal line, it should intersect the graph only at one point. It should intersect the graph only at one point. Now here also, it intersects graph only at one point. It in any horizontal line you draw, it should intersect the graph only at one point. Then that kind of function is called as 1 1 function. Now this is 1 1 function. Now what is onto function? What is onto function? Onto is something that for each value of y we should get some value for x. For each value of y we should get some value for x. Means now you can see here you can see y is 1. If I draw this line, I am sure that I am going to get some value of x over here. I am sure that I am going to get some value of x here. So this kind of graph is called as onto. For every value of y, no matter you take, see here 3 is also there, but I know this graph is going to extend further. This graph is going to extend further. So somewhere I am going to touch this graph, and for that value I am going to get some value for x. Or you may see here for y is equal to -1. If I draw here, it touches this graph at this point and I am going to get the value of x. All you need to remember is what is onto function. For each value of y, I should be able to get x. Means if a function is written in terms of x, I should be able to write this x in terms of y. Every time I am able to do this, that kind of function is onto. For time being, you can take this into consideration. Okay. Now let's go to next part. See here, if y is equal to log x, what is x? Here base is nothing but e. So how to write x? E will go to that side and y will be as the index for it. So x is equal to e raised to y. This we have seen last year as how to write in function chapter, how to write the logarithm function in logarithmic form as well as in index form. You have seen these forms. Now there is a question for all of you. What will be the graph of y x is equal to e raised to y? It will be same as this. It will be same as this. But what I want to find is the graph of inverse function. So what I am supposed to do is I need to draw y is equal to x, this line, y is equal to x line. Replace y by x. Replace y by x. Let this be x, this part be x now, and this part be y. So the function will become y is equal to e raised to x. Y is equal to a raised to x, and that is the graph of it. And you can see that these two graphs, these and these, are images of each other by taking y is equal to x line as the mirror. Do not have anything in your mind that you will be asked to draw the graph. The graphs will not be asked for you to draw. It is just for understanding this concept. If it is clear, then it is easy for us to find the derivative. Suppose y is equal to 2x minus 3 is a function. Okay, so this is actually y is equal to f of x kind of function, because y is written in terms of x, y is written completely in terms of x. Now what will be the inverse function for this? Let's see. It should be 1 1 and on 2. Remember that this is a linear, means if I draw the graph of this, it will be a line. So here this year you don't have to prove this. This year you don't have to prove this 1 1 and on 2 part. You just assume that this is a 1 1 on 2 function. Now let's write y. So this is y in terms of x. Let's write x in terms of y. Y is equal to 2x minus 3. So minus 3 could be shifted over here to get y plus 3 is equal to 2x. So x is equal to y plus 3 upon 2. See, here I am able to write x in terms of y. And this is nothing but the inverse function. This is nothing but the inverse function. That is, x is equal to f inverse of y. X is some function of y now. Now let's see what can be done with the derivatives. Now if y is equal to 2x minus 3, the same function I had taken, if I differentiate this with respect to x, all I get is this 2. All I get is 2, because the derivative of x is 1 and derivative of 3 is 0. So only 2 is what I will get. So what is the inverse function for this? Just now we have seen that x is equal to y plus 3 upon 2, or I may take you to the previous side. X is equal to y plus 3 upon 2. This was the inverse function. So here x is written in terms of y. So I am going to differentiate this with respect to y, not with respect to x. Here function was y is equal to f of x. So I have differentiated this with respect to x. See, you can see this. But x in terms of y is given. So I have to differentiate this with respect to y. So instead of getting dy by dx, what I get is dx by dy. This x is differentiated with respect to y. Now what is the derivative of this? This 2 is a coefficient, so I have written in the denominator. And what is the derivative of y plus 3? See how we find the derivative of x. In the same way we have to find the derivative of y. Derivative of x is 1 if I differentiate with respect to x. Similar way, derivative of y, if I differentiate that with respect to y, is 1, and 3 being a constant, derivative of that is 0. Derivative of dx by dy is 1 upon 2. Now by looking at these two things, what we can say? The answer for this is 2, while the answer for inverse function is 1 upon 2. So dy by dx and dx by dy, is there any relation in it? If it is 2, it is 1 upon 2. Means these two things are also inverse of each other. So what I can write is dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. 1 upon dy by dx. I hope it is clear to all of you. Students, let me take you to this sum now. Find the derivative of y is equal to root x using the derivative of inverse function. Now they are asking us to use the derivative of inverse function. See, they don't want you to rush through this. As we all know, what is the derivative of y is equal to root x? It is 1 upon 2 root x. We already know the answer, that it should be 1 upon 2 into root x. But what they are asking us is to find the derivative of this. Means I have to find this answer. But all I need to do is I have to use the derivative of inverse function. So for that, I first need to find the inverse function for this. So I have to find dy by dx, but by using dx by dy. As we know that dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy. So I have to do this thing first. And for doing this, we should write x in terms of y. Let's see how we do it. Now y is equal to root x, then x can be written as y square. Derivative of y square is 2y, and derivative of this with respect to y is dx by dy. So derivative of y square is 2y, and what is y? Y is nothing but root of x. So replacing y by root x, what we get is 2 root x. So this is dx by dy. Now finally what I find is dy by dx, which is equal to 1 upon 2 root x. Okay, thank you.